That was the brilliant and particularly beautiful Emily Sandé with Next to Me. But I'm absolutely delighted to be joined on the line by Maria O'Riordan. Hello, Maria.
Orla, how are you doing? And that's a fine O'Riordan name with you as well. And I'd love to know who's next with me here in Dublin right now.
Pardon, say again for me?
Would you like to know who's next to me here in Dublin right now?
I'd be delighted to find out who's next to you.
Well, I'm here with the cast of American Pie, the reunion movie.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, I'm having some fun here in Ireland this afternoon. I actually train a lot of Hollywood actors and actresses, so it's fun ahead of the premiere. The premiere is internationally on the 2nd of May, but
that's
we're all
right.
here in Dublin, Ireland today.
So well, I was actually I was reading that on the newspaper today that they're supposed to be great fun all together. And
well, I've just had a ball with them. I'm just back from America with Oprah Winfrey as well, and I got a phone call yesterday. I'm actually going to be speaking on stage with and teaching business with Lord Alan Sugar from BBC's The Apprentice. It's a good company I'm in today.
I was just going to say we're delighted to have you with us today, and with all those famous people up there, and taking the time to chat to us. But I'm very interested in your story, Maria, and if you don't mind telling us a little bit about anybody down here in Cork who might not have heard your story before, because you're described as a turnaround specialist, which I love, and this is just you're somebody who helps people in business to turn their business around and make it more successful. Is that right? Is that the way I'm reading it right?
I feel, thank you. You've hit the nail on the head there, Orla, with you and your listeners down there, and very proud to be a Munster woman originally, and actually lived and worked in Cork for quite some time in the past. And, I guess I learned it the hard way. I wasn't born with a silver spoon, and, I guess the school life was rather difficult because I found school very, very, very hard. And, around now there's a lot of parents concerned with their Leaving Cert kids, and I look back and I must have put the frighteners in my family too, because I failed all of my mock Leaving Cert subjects.
Goodness.
And I actually failed English in the Leaving Cert, so my options were restricted. So I knew from a very young age, Orla, that I had to think outside of the box.
Right.
What I've been able to do now and build a business in 151 companies, countries with companies, is to think outside the box and have success in a recession. And I've been able to do that in the height of the recession, and seeing that, okay, fine, I've done this internationally, and now I want to help people here in Ireland, but I found a way with systems and structure and to be doing things from a different perspective to get success. That led me to where I am, to be speaking on the radio here with you today.
And that's wonderful, because I suppose people are a bit frightened of thinking outside the box sometimes, and it's such a difficult time in Ireland at the moment, and obviously you have a great love for Ireland, so it's great for you to come back and give your experience and to give the companies sort of a way of looking at things maybe a little bit differently. They haven't thought about it before.
And that's the great thing, because there are listeners there listening to you, and I know, Orla, that there's just thousands of people right now, business owners in Ireland, and they're worried about how they're going to even make repayments in their business this month. I've been speaking to business people in Ireland who actually told me that they were scared at the end of the month to be buying extra groceries in case they couldn't pay for the phone lines in their business to keep their businesses open. When you have devastating, shocking reality like that, I feel it's very important that people are getting access to information from people who are actually successful. I don't actually feel anymore that people should even take advice from the likes of their bank managers, because I don't feel their banks have enough money to be giving them advice.
Yeah, and it's great that you're going to bring your sort of motivational talking. You're in Blanchardstown on May the 3rd. Is that correct?
That's correct. I'll give you some background to that.
Yeah.
I work internationally at high levels. I work with Fortune 500 companies. Countries actually bring me in. Royal families have sought me out. I train Hollywood actors in Los Angeles, and the list goes on. I've just come back from Oprah Winfrey in the United States, and there's only been a couple of people in Ireland who've ever done that with her, and one of them is Bono and the other person is me. So I guess I'm bringing a wealth of experience, and that's why you get the phone call, or why my office got the phone call yesterday from saying that I'll be on stage with Lord Alan Sugar, because I'm very focused right now. I am a good, strong Munster woman who's been able to do the impossible in a recession. And I've been asked by a company in Ireland called Schmocht. Now, Schmocht is the Irish word for discipline. And they've invited me to actually teach my methods and teach my steps to business people in Dublin on the 3rd of May. And idealbusinessintelligence.com/Schmocht is where people can get the information. But basically, to bring it down to basics, Orla, what we need is a structure and a system that's easy to follow, that people can actually implement in their system and turn it around. The success I've had, the reason why the Alan Sugars of this world are listening to me right now, is I've been able to transform businesses from failure to success in 5 days.
That's amazing. That's a wonderful thing to...
In fact, the stats are even better because I've just worked with a business in Ireland, and they have a base in Ireland, in the north, and in London, and I was able to prove that I turned around their business in 4 days flat. So with statistics like that, you need people who are actually getting results in a recession, because the old ways of doing business, Orla, went out the window in this country 3 years ago.
Sure, and what keeps you going? What keeps you so highly motivated to keep doing these things?
I guess I've had a lot of motivation since I was a kid. When I was 4, a little family member died, and she was like my twin. We were born 2 weeks apart.
Right.
2 years later, her little brother died, and in another tragedy as well. And so there were 2 family members dead in my family when I was 4 and when I was 6, and I wanted to do something to remember them. So I started volunteering when I was 16 years of age abroad in a hospital in France, in Lourdes actually, because Deirdre died of leukemia, and she went with the diocesan pilgrimage to Lourdes, in fact, and I volunteered there. And then I started doing volunteering in Calcutta, and I made a documentary, and I got to work with Mother Teresa. So the last interview Mother Teresa gave in her home in Calcutta in 1997 was with me. I then went on to do a lot of volunteering and projects in sub-Saharan Africa, and I set up my own charity. So I have a very strong business, Ideal Business Intelligence, that operates in 151 countries. And what I do is I pump my own savings into my charity, Marie O'Riordan Planeteers Philanthropy, to help other people. So last year I started a recycled iPhones project to educate children in Africa, where they have a mobile signal in the cities. And when I was invited to the Middle East Internet Awards in Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates in December, I was presented at their black tie dinner with the 2011 Honorary Award for the iPhones project in Africa. So that's what drives me. That's why I've got a rocket up my you-know-what order.
Well, I was going to say
I am not going to stop until, it's like this, if you miss the ceiling, you'll hit the moon. If you miss the moon, you'll hit the stars.
Exactly.
I actually was just honoured by the United States government on the 26th of March, which was a huge honour. It was coincidentally the same day that I was with Oprah Winfrey, and the United States government presented me with an official United States flag that was flown over Capitol Hill and certified. I have the signed certificate from the White House in my honour, because my intention is to help people and empower men, women and children around the world to do what they were born to do.
Well, the
United States have done that, so I am going to drive this on as far as it will go, Orla.
Well, keep going, because you're an absolute inspiration, especially I know that young people in Ireland particularly, when they sit for their Leaving Cert, they think if they don't pass their Leaving Cert that there's nothing else out there for them. And it just seems to me that you've gone from strength to strength, and you've found your niche and you found your way. And also volunteering is so important, that you can set time aside, not paid time, just to help other people, and it just brings its own rewards, really, Maria.
Do you know what? You hit the nail on the head there, and I like to see it. When people come to me and I train them, or I speak on stages and I help them in their business, you see, Orla, it's not about me. It's about the people you can help. It's not even about my lifetime. This is about a dynasty. It's not even a legacy. It's about what's going to be here after I'm gone. How can I make the world a better place right now, just from being here today? And I spoke with an international speaker who flew in to meet me in Dublin yesterday, because we were doing some business together. And their 7-year-old niece is actually Irish. And what the 7-year-old niece is doing is actually collecting biros in her own neighbourhood and posting them out to a school in Kathmandu where there's 1 pen between 3 children. So if a 7-year-old girl in Ireland can help to turn around and make education in Kathmandu better, I think we've an awful lot to live up to.
Most definitely. And I was looking at your new commercial, Maria, on YouTube, and it's a heart-rending, it's a beautifully made commercial, and it cannot but inspire people to go out there and to help, and to give give whatever they can. Like you said, if it's the little girl collecting the pens, or if you're lucky enough to have a little bit more to give, then it's a very worthwhile cause. Now, you've absolutely G'd me up with energy for the afternoon. I'm delighted to have spoken to you, and I wish you all the best with all your high-profile celebrities. Make sure that those lads there from American Pie don't get up to any shenanigans with you.
They grabbed. It was so funny. They grabbed my iPhone earlier and they started taking those pictures. So I better look on the phone after this call and see what happened.
Well, you can always email those photographs to me, and we could have a bit of a scoop there now, Maria. But look at how can people, if they would like to come and speak and listen to you, just tell us again how they can. Can they still? Is there still places to come and see you talk?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Schmacht are the people organising this, and they've kindly invited me. So basically, if people want to look at idealbusinessintelligence.com/Schmacht. That's idealbusinessintelligence.com and /Schmacht, SMACHT. And I'd be delighted to serve people in business who really want structure and really want success right now. And it's just a wonderful opportunity to speak to another O'Riordan.
Yes, absolutely.
In her own way, changing the world piece by piece. So thank you.
And listen to me, have you any plans to come visit us down here in Munster in the next couple of days or anything before you go back?
It's like this. I'm always open to invitations from people who basically want to give back. If there are people listening right now and they feel they have a forum and they can gather a group of like-minded people who are success-oriented together, they want to take a look at my TV show, which is broadcasting worldwide through idealbusinessintelligence.com. I'd be open to having a chat with anyone who wants to get this country moving.
And where is your base now, Maria?
Say that again?
Where is your base? I
work internationally. I have a base in London. I have offices and base in Dublin, a home in Dublin as well, and I have offices and a base in Kildare. And basically, Orla, I get to fly extensively. I clock up anything up to 41,000 kilometres per month.
Oh my goodness!
So wherever I am, I can have the structure and the team in place to help people.
Well, listen, thanks a million for taking time. I know you're very busy for chatting with us down here in the lovely East Cork city. Do you hear me? We're above our station.
Not at all. And do you know what? The little country that you have there, because I'm thinking, think outside the box and think bigger than you are. Go from local to global, and it will change your life, because it did for me.
Well, that was a Freudian slip, and I'm sure I'm going to call you all a city from now on, Maria. So take care. Thanks very much for talking today, and have a very good day.
God bless.